Hello everyone and welcome back to Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, where it's our old friend Gavin. That was an unexpected surprise. Why are you here? Probably the right question to ask, right? So what are you doing here, Prosecutor Gavin? I am here for the same reason as your boss, to give a lecture in the training seminar. So he's the famous prosecutor they invited. And I have another crucial role to play. The Gaviners are getting back together for a one-time special performance. Oh. Even though you guys disbanded? Which was a shame, by the way. Really. Yeah, I know how much you adore our music, Air Forehead. Anyway, I studied abroad in Germany to get my badge early, but I did graduate from here. Wait, so that performance Junie mentioned... I see you already heard about that. One student representative was selected to sing with us on stage. And this stage was supposed to look like this tomorrow. 2 big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illustration, but it's not half bad. Oh, I like the... So that's what the statue is supposed to be. One was Phoenix, one was Gavin. Wicked statues? Wait, are these supposed to be you and Mr. Wright? Bingo, Fraulein, and they were so big and magnificent too. What a terrible waste. But the worst part of the whole thing is... my long-awaited reunion with my mentor never came to pass. Oh! Wait, don't tell me your mentor was... Yeah, Professor Court. She was the one who taught me how to think about the law. Alright, tell me about Constance Court. I didn't see that coming. So Constance Court was your professor here at the academy. She may have taught the judge course, but she had a huge impact on me. She was fond of saying, the end is only justified through proper means. Actually, he bothered me when we first met, just because he's so arrogant. But like, also like, he was a pretty good prosecutor. She wouldn't tolerate dishonesty and always revered what was right beyond all else. I can feel Prosecutor Gavin's sadness. I don't know, I think I'm gonna cry. Dina, are you tearing up? I can't blame you. Prosecutor Gavin knows a lot of who he is to Professor Court. Exactly so, as you can see. We're both joined in purpose, so to speak, yeah? Now, let's rock this place hard! Huh? I don't follow. Let's rock what? Forget already, Air Forehead. I said I'd help you explain the mock trial. We're going to reprise it right here in the lecture hall. It might help us catch your killer. Ah, alright. Mock trial reenactment. Right, this stage is ready, and you, Air Forehead, ready to rock? Yep. No, the defense is not ready to rock. You saw the actual mock trial earlier, right? Just relax, you'll do fine. Besides, we have the script right here. Junie's masterpiece, the one everyone's been talking about? Yeah, and there's only one in existence. I borrowed it, if you will. Good old Gavin. Now, Fraulein will need to play the part of the defendant and judge as per the script. Okay, got it. I've only read the case outline so far. I don't know how it actually turns out, so I'll treat this like I'm prosecuting a real case. You, Air Forehead, will play the part of the fledgling lawyer, a role you were born to play. Poor Apollo. All the evidence is here with us. We have everything we need to reprise the mock trial. Très bien, let's get started. Defendant/Judge Athena Sykes is psyched and ready to rock. Court is now in session for a reenactment of the mock trial. Or what I'd like to call the mock trial. Ja, double mockery perhaps, but the trial is still a trial. Achtung, baby, it's no holds barred. Let's rock. Aw, can't we take it easy today? Come on, Apollo, you can't... It may just be a mock of a mock, but there's only one way to compete. You play to win. So remember, each time I catch you slacking off, I'm holding you in contempt of court. Great. Judge that voices her own objections and abuses her judicial powers. You know, it's not really all that different from every other case we do. Oh. What? I guess I'm talking. Summary of the facts. Now then, Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement, if you please. You got this, Fraulein Judge. Our case is set in a school very much like this one's. The victim, a professor, female. The defendant, an archery club member, also female. Oh me, oh my. I'm innocent. Innocent, I tell you. Ooh, the writing. Is that some seriously bad acting, Fraulein? Oh, I thought that's how it was written. Anyways, the victim's body was discovered in the middle of the quad. As we shot to the crime scene, ironically, it was Professor Court who posed as the corpse. Hair forehead, how did the mock trial participants react to this photo? Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. He reacted with, oh, the green sweatsuit. What? It's not exactly what I would pick to focus on, so why would he care about that? Ooh, I wanna stick that in my back pocket to forget about later. Alright, I gotta hold on to that. Too much of a fledgling to know what's important, that one, in any case. Both in the mock trial and the actual case, Professor Court was wearing a sweatsuit. Okay, moving right along. Hey, wait a sec. The body was discovered in the same area as the mock case, although there was a stage. Plus the murder weapon, an arrow, and the lack of blood are also the same. That's right, and therein lies the significance of this mock trial. So let's keep rocking it hard, just like that. Defense's argument. Hold on, we're gonna do a quick BRB. Okay, we're back. Before the crime occurred, the defendant was to meet with the victim in the quad. Let's see here. When I arrived at our meeting place, I found the professor with an arrow in her stomach. But it wasn't me, I didn't kill her. You don't have to ham it up like that, Athena. He's called getting into character, air forehead, don't be such a wet blanket. Right? Wait, didn't you just call her acting bad too, though? Right, let's see. Oh yeah. Then Hugh said, a frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab her professor with an arrow? I don't think so. At the time of the murder, a male student was seen holding a bow in the archery club room, which has a clear view of the quad. He shot the arrow into the victim before my client even got there. 9-9 there, forehead. That faint swagger does not suit you in the least. Order, order, order! Especially you, Mr. Justice. Me? But I was just trying to get into it like Mr. Eurorocker said. Alright, we'll listen to the prosecution's rebuttal. So the victim was shot from the archery club room before the meeting even took place. Hence the defendant could not be the killer. That seems to be the defense's assertion. Prosecutor Gavin, do you have any objections? The autopsy report notes that the edges of the victim's wound were unusually ragged. Could such physical trauma possibly result from an arrow shot from a bow? 9! I believe the victim was impaled with the arrow by hand post-mortem. In short, the real murder weapon was not the arrow at all. When Robin was prosecuted, he had a tough time determining the real murder weapon. Well, he's just a student, a warm-up act, while I am the real deal, the headliner, so to speak. The true murder weapon was most likely the owl that was left in the art room. An owl? What's that? I mean, an owl, you say? What might that be? It's a kind of tool used for poking holes in paper, wood, and other materials. It's kind of like an ice pick. I have a photo here if you're interested. Okay. Gross. It's all bloody up to the handle. Please tell me it's just paint. Yeah, most likely, Fraulein. Pretty realistic, yeah. Let's pretend it's real blood for now. So that part is also probably true. Crap. The defendant's prints were lifted from the murder weapon. Furthermore, traces of the victim's blood were discovered in the art room. That's where I believe the murder actually took place. So the question now is, how did the body get from the art room to the stage? Okay. The murder took place in the 3rd floor art room, but the body was found in the quad. It must have been quite a chore moving the body all that way. Not at all. There was a maintenance area and storehouse right outside the art room. And the cart used to carry balls around was found there. Oh, I think I've seen one of those before, but that's a pretty big one. It's jumbo, yeah, big enough to fit a person or a body in it. The defendant dropped the body from the art room window, then moved it with the cart. That's how a high school girl could easily move a body all by herself. You don't say! A body dropped from 3 stories up would show signs of massive blunt force trauma. That's true. That is not what I expected his voice to sound like. Is that the same voice from last time? That may be true, but you failed to account for the large high jump mats in the storehouse. A body dropped onto such a mat would show no signs of blunt force trauma. I don't know about that. 3 stories up? Yikes. It's almost scary how similar this whole case is to the mock trial proceedings. Did I lose? They're quite the crafty killer in an attempt to cast suspicion on the archery club. They moved the body to the quad where it would be in easy shots from the club room. Then the killer faked the murder weapon by inserting an arrow into the owl's stab wound. Sounds like he has only high praise for Junie's script. Was there any further arguments for the defense? Nope. It all seemed like the teacher... It seemed like the teacher who was playing the judge was satisfied too. Time for the finale then. Your verdict, if you would, please, Fraulein Judge. Huh? Alright, that's me. Very well, this court finds the defendant, Juniper Woods. Wait a second. Even if this is just a mock trial of a mock trial, I don't want to declare Junie guilty. Yeah, perhaps that's a good idea. Let's end our mock trial here. Besides, about time I get back to my investigation. Thanks, you two. A little run through of the mock trial cleared up quite a few things. Oh, I got the mock trial script, okay. There's only 1 copy. Dr. Baby, the prosecution's already got a witness sized up too. That was quick. Prosecutor Blackwell's almost too good. You're sure in a helpful mood today, Prosecutor Gavin. Well, like I said, I just want to catch whoever killed Professor Court. There's no reason for me to start butting heads with you two. Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, I won't say goodbye, as I'm sure I'll be seeing you later. Is he going to be hanging out with us this whole case? I always thought prosecutors were all a rather scary bunch. Prosecutor Gavin seems pretty nice. Yeah, he's not so bad as prosecutors go. We should get back to investigating too. We don't have nearly enough information yet. And we also have to tell Mr. Wright that we accepted Junie's case. Right, looks like we have our work cut out for us. Any ideas? The most prominent feature of this case is how closely it resembles the script. That makes it a tough one because we have to have a firm understanding of them both. No sweat, we can reenact the mock trial as many times as we want by reading the script. I'll check it out in the court record and commit it to memory later. Good, I bet the script and the mock trial are going to be the centerpiece of the real trial. Make sure you know them inside and out. Yes, sir, Mr. Justice. Mr. Justice, careful, I could get used to that. You know, he's kind of like a lawyer. Apollo, any advice on how to investigate this case? Start by interviewing people about the basic facts. Interview people, got it! Hey, you there, what can you tell me about the... Oh, hold on, Athena. The trial's tomorrow, so try to limit it to people with some relation to the case. Okay, got it, limit the interview pool. Alright, you might also want to take it down a notch, otherwise you'll be dead by tomorrow. You want me to calm down at a time like this? Junie's fate rests in my hands. I just have to win this one. Anything? Hold on. Body with a protruding arrow was found in the quad, but the murder weapon was an owl. The The arrow was inserted as a ruse. The actual murder scene was the art room where traces of blood were found on the floor. The body was dropped from the third floor art room to the maintenance area below. A mat was laid out to cushion the fall. A ball cart from the storehouse was then used to move the body to the stage. The archery club's room has a good view of the quad. The body was moved to the quad to make it look like the archery club member had shot the victim. Okay. Oh, here we go. Buy with school festival funds. Get from hardware store. Arrow. If I borrow one from the archery club, it could give away parts of the script's plot. TBD. Okay. Victim's outfit will be a rat. From the prosecutor course. Interesting. Hey, what do you think you're doing? The crime scene is off limits to students. I'm no student. I'm a lawyer. Yeah, right. Just because you're in law school doesn't mean you're a lawyer. You should see what she did to the last cop who said something like that to her. No, are you threatening an officer of the law? Yikes! No, it's not a threat. It's more like a friendly warning. I guess we should go before I get myself arrested for assaulting an officer. Oh. Hallway? Here we go. Phoenix Legal Academy. First floor. Mr. Wright. I heard they arrested your friend Juniper. Yeah, Detective Fulbright just took her in. I refuse to believe that one of our students is capable of murder. We must prove her innocent by any means necessary. The end justifies the means. My means. What do you mean? The end justifies the means. Professor Means always say what I mean, and I mean what I say by all means. Here at our esteemed academy, we train our students to produce meaningful results. He's like too friendly, and I can't tell if he is so friendly that he's suspicious, or that if they made him friendly so that he would seem suspicious, but then he's really not suspicious. You believe in Juniper's innocence, do you not? Of course I do. Junie wouldn't hurt a fly. Ooh, that smile is frightening. Precisely, we have justice on our side. The only other thing we need are results. It's the height of folly to endanger your client by failing to pursue all means possible. Sure, I want to prove her innocent, but I don't know what the sound of at the end justifies the means part. This seems like misdirection, but also... Well, you're still young and idealistic, it's no wonder you fail to see the wisdom therein. I feel like they're trying really hard now to make him seem suspicious. Right? Am I wrong? I mean, obviously I don't want to know details, but I'm like, It feels like they're trying a little too hard, right? There is but one thing to do now. I must personally take up Juniper's defense. Wait, no. You're going to take her case, Professor Means? I may be a professor, but I'm still licensed to practice law. In fact, I have even battled Professor Court in, the court. No kidding. So you guys were rivals or something? No, nothing of the sort. She was an esteemed colleague at the academy and in court. You see, both Professor Court and I graduated from this academy at the top of our class. Wow, I bet they both used to really bring it. Now, if you'd excuse me, I'd best go discuss the case of Juniper. Professor Means, please wait. I don't want to say anything, but Apollo and I already agreed to take her case. It's true, Juniper is counting on us to prove her innocence. Really now? You two? When were you planning on telling me? Right now, right this second. I hope that's not a problem. Sorry, boss. I know we should have asked first, but... Relax, your friend was just hauled away in front of your eyes. Sometimes you just have to make snap decisions, and I think you made the right one. Now, wonderful. Very well, Athena Sykes. Let me ask you just one thing. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else? That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients.
What a wonderful answer. Juniper must be overjoyed to have a friend such as you. As a professor, I too shall do whatever I may to help her. And if you decide to take the end justifies the means strategy, come see me at once.
Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let's hope it never comes to that. If this were like the last trial, I would be seeing a good ending, bad ending scenario.
Now if you would excuse me.
Well, time's wasting. You better start investigating fast. First, how about I tell you everything I know so far? Yes, please. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Tell me about the murder. Have you learned anything new about the case? Actually, I ran into Prosecutor Gavin, and he told me something interesting. Seems the murder took place in the art room. There's traces of a large pool of blood there, so the police believe the body was moved from there to the stage. Okay, so that matches up. What? Really? Just like the mock trial again. The police are searching the art room. But whether they find anything, well... Well, what? Come to think of it... It's your own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Are we even allowed to do that? It's no big deal as long as we leave it exactly like we found it. Plus... No, never mind. Now, where was I again? But there's really no need to talk about it right here, right now. I want you two to find out for yourselves. What does he know? Yeah, that would be helpful. So were you shocked by your conversation with Professor Means? Yeah. I'm suspicious, but also I don't have anything to go on. Oh, I guess so. Actually, that was pretty shocking. The Dark Age of the Law. I'm sure you've heard those words before. So that was pre-Apollo Justice, I think, that he's referring to? Sure, a number of times. Prosecutors file false charges and lawyers fight back by fabricating evidence. There's a lot of that going around these days. Oh, we're in the Dark Age. Oh, okay. But the question is, how is it related to the case at hand? Oh, okay. Training students to produce results. That is the school's policy. So, interesting. So this is like some prestigious school, but I mean, it makes sense that they would be teaching their students to like win at all costs, because then they look like the school looks good, right? So everyone coming out of here is like like I said, fabricating evidence or filing fake charges. Well, that in and of itself isn't a bad thing. Right, as long as those results come by fair and honest means. Oh, but what was it that Professor Means said? The end justifies the means. Creepy. To survive the Dark Age of the Law, you must use any means necessary. Fabrication of evidence and false charges are unavoidable in the quest for results. That's what they're preaching here at Themis Legal Academy. But what'll happen to our legal system if results are all that matter anymore? This is actually interesting commentary. Relax, it's just a rumor. I'd take it with a grain of salt if I were you. Oh, that's a relief. You had me going there for a minute. Wait a second, what if Mr. Wright examined the victim's body for a reason? Maybe he was worried someone might actually tamper with the evidence. That makes sense. So, because we were able to see it, not in its original state, because it had been moved, probably, most likely. Almost definitely, actually. So that was our best shot. I think that about wraps up what I know so far. The fact that this case closely resembles Miss Wood's script is obviously important. Knowing that, you should probably try and identify what's the same and what's different. Okay, I'll try talking to as many people as I can on campus. Oh, that's all we've got. Anything I want to present? This. Things like that sure scream out school days, don't they? Were you involved in any extracurricular activities like school papers or mock trials? No, that wasn't my thing. I was an art major. An art major? Then how did you become a famous attorney? It's kind of complicated. And when I say kind of, I mean really, really complicated. Oh. He must really mean it. I'm picking up a lot of complex emotions in his voice. Alright, anything else I think he was there for? Alright, I think we'll go ahead and call it an episode here, and we'll try moving around, see what else we can find. I hope you guys are still enjoying this. This has been like a really good game so far. I mean, I really enjoyed like the last couple that we've played, but I don't know how to describe it. It just feels like a return to form, and I don't know if it's just because it's like Phoenix is involved, but he was in Apollo Justice too, so I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it just yet. But I am really enjoying this game a lot. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.